Correct or not? Okay, everyone, let's start. So this is the equation that has been given to us, suppose, and we want to decide whether this equation is dimensionally correct or not. Now see, when I say dimensionally correct, what it means is whether it follows the rules of dimensions or not. Okay, whether it follows the rules of dimensions or not. So obviously one thing is that dimensions of left side, what is there on the left side? That is k. Its dimensions should match with the dimensions of the right side. Only then this can be correct. Did you understand what I am saying? This should happen. Dimensions of the left side should be same as dimensions of right side. Only then this equation can be called dimensionally correct. Again, saying dimensionally correct means it follows the rules of dimensions. Saying dimensionally correct means it follows the rules of dimensions. So let's check. Okay, let's check whether this equation is dimensionally correct or not. So first of all, left side dimension. That is dimensions of kinetic energy. Do you all remember dimensions of energy? Everyone, what are the dimensions of energy? What are the dimensions of energy? What are the dimensions of kinetic energy? Come on, you were supposed to remember this. Hurry up. It is m raised to 1, l raised to 2, t raised to minus 2. That is when we write kinetic energy or energy in general, it has some relation with mass, length and time in this form. Okay, now let's go to right hand side. Okay, what are the dimensions of the right hand side of the equation? That is dimensions of 2mv square. Right? Okay, dimensions 2mv square. Right, now 2 is a number. 2 is a number, if you remember. Okay, and numbers are dimensionless. So this will be dimensions of 2, no need to write because it has no dimensions or it is dimensionless. So it is mass, velocity is dimension square. Is this step clear? Is this last step clear over here? Everyone? Is that step clear? I said that 2 is a number. Numbers don't have dimensions. Okay? Numbers don't have dimensions. Alright. Right? So 2 not there, mass and v. Now, what is dimensions of mass? M raised to 1. Okay, just m. For speed, l raised to 1, t raised to 1. Again, I expect that everybody remembers this. So finally, when you square it, again we have used this, I mentioned this, that if you have got something like a raised to x and suppose you square it, then it will become a raised to 2x. Alright, we have learned that basics in lower classes. So this would become m raised to 1, m means m raised to 1, l raised to 2, t raised to minus 2. Are these two same? Yes or no? Are these two same? Yes or no? Very good. That would mean that at least dimensionally it is correct. See, what is meaning of saying dimensionally correct again? It means that it follows all rules of dimensions. That's it. It doesn't mean anything more, doesn't mean anything less. I repeat. saying that some equation is dimensionally correct only means it follows the rules of dimensions. Okay, it doesn't mean anything else. So here, left side, right side, they have same dimensions. Yes, very good. That means the equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, so let me just clarify it completely. So what we have found is that this equation follows all the rules of dimensions. Okay, but actually it is not a correct formula, because correct formula, okay, just one thing. So follows all rules of dimensions, it would mean it is dimensionally correct. Okay, it is dimensionally correct, but the problem is k is not 2mv square, isn't it? Right? K equal to 2mv square is not actually correct. Do you understand what I am saying? K equal to 2mv square is not a correct relation. The correct relation is k equal to half mv square. Understood or not? Understood or not? So there have been some questions. One question is, power is also dimensionless, then won't it be removed? That's what I am saying. These two itself does not have dimensions, but because it is v square, velocity has dimensions. Basically v square means v into v. I hope you realize what I am saying. So don't you think you'll have to multiply dimensions of velocity 2 times or speed 2 times, right? So that's why we have got this into this again. That's why square. I hope Akshay your doubt is clear. This 2 is dimensionless, I agree. But we are not talking about 2. We are talking about v square. So v into v, that's what. Okay? Let me comment upon that. So what we have got here is although this follows all rules of dimensions, so we say it is dimensionally correct, but that does not make it a correct relation. You understand what I am saying? Although it is dimensionally correct, that does not make it a correct relation. Alright? Now let's take another example. Okay? Let's take another example that will answer your query there. Suppose I will make, let's say someone gives you an equation. Let's say someone gives you an equation like v is equal to x into t. Suppose someone gives you an equation like v is equal to x into t. Okay? Where x they say is a distance and t they say is time. Okay, or even better, let's take it this way. V square equal to x. Suppose someone gives you an equation v square is equal to xt. We are trying to understand how dimensions behave, right? So it's not necessary that I am giving you a right equation. I know that k is equal to half mv square. I said that if it is like this, then what would happen? So we are seeing that writing k equal to 2mv square also is correct dimensionally, but in reality it's not a correct relation. Okay? So we are understanding what's the connection of dimensions with correct relations. I repeat, we are trying to understand what the relation of dimensions with a correct formula. Let's have a look at this. Suppose someone gives you a formula v square is equal to xt. Suppose someone gives you a formula v square is equal to xt. You can actually immediately say that this is wrong if you do a dimensional analysis. That is, you understand how dimensions are behaving. Let's check. Look at left hand side. What are dimensions of left hand side? V square. Again, this is an example. This is not an actual equation that you are ever going to get. Right? This is an example that I am giving you so that you understand how dimensions and relations are there. Okay? So, suppose you write dimensions of v square. So, you can write it like this also. So, dimensions of v square, that is L raised to 1, t raised to minus 1 square. What's this? This is L raised to 2, t raised to minus 2. Now, let's go to right hand side. Let's go to right hand side. So what are dimensions of the right hand side? X, t. X is distance. Distance means length. So L raised to 1 and time t. So t raised to 1. Okay, do these two match? Does the left side match with the right side in dimensions? Yes or no? Does the left side match with the right side? Yes or no? Very good. So most of you have understood that it doesn't match. Now what happens if it doesn't match? Here it was matching, no problem. Now we are talking about this example where it's not matching. So what happens if it doesn't match? The idea is simple. If the dimensions also don't match, if the dimensions on left side and right side don't match, then you can definitely say, you can definitely claim that this equation is wrong. But that's not the case if it follows all rules of dimensions. For example, k equal to 2mv square follows all rules of dimensions and it is dimensionally correct. I repeat, k equal to 2mv square follows all rules of dimensions and it is dimensionally correct. But that does not mean it is right. Actually, it is still wrong. Actually, it is still wrong. So basically, dimensional analysis or analyzing dimensions on left side, right side, following the rules or not, if you check all that, you can decide whether such a formula, such a relation can ever be there in physics or not. I repeat what I have said. If you check whether it follows all the rules or not, then based on that you can decide whether such a relation can be there, can be possible or is impossible. So here we are getting impossible because these two don't match. But here we are saying that okay, it might be there. Actually it's not there. See, I hope you realize the difference between saying it might be possible and it is true. Right? I want everyone to understand the difference between it might be possible and it is true. Okay, so it's like saying that it is possible that today it will rain. That's a different thing from saying that today it rains. Okay, so I hope you get what I said. How you take x as distance? Dear Smith, I am making this question. This question is made by me. X is a very common symbol of distance. Alright? You cannot tell me which symbols to take. Okay, basically it is often the author's choice or the person who is writing physics. It's his or her choice what symbols you want to take. But generally we take some standard symbols. X is one of the standard symbols for distance. Alright? Okay, X is one of the standard symbols for distance. Let's try a few more. Like this. Okay. Suppose I would give you an equation like this. Okay, let's discuss this. F equal to m. Have you ever seen this equation in your life? Yes or no? Have you ever seen F equal to m in your life? You can raise your hand. It would make it easy for me to count what you are doing. Raise your hand. Don't write yes in the chat box. Okay? Please raise your hand. Right, very good. Can you tell me what are these? F for what? M for what? And A for what? Do you know the meanings of these things? F is, M is, A is. Come on, everybody. What is F, what is M, and what is A? Very good. Many of you are knowing this. So F is force, M is mass, and A is acceleration. See, these are standard symbols, right? I didn't have to tell you. You get what I'm saying? These are standard symbols. I didn't have to tell you that F is force, M is mass, and A is acceleration. Okay, fine. Now, let's check whether this equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, we want to check whether it is dimensionally correct or not. Again, checking dimensionally correct or not means deciding whether it follows all rules of dimensions or not. Okay, let's start. So first of all, there is no addition, so don't have to worry about it. No powers, don't have to worry about it. Now, left side. Dimensions of force, left side, I go on turbo speed mode, right? M raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Is that clear? Okay or not okay? Dimensions of right side. Mass multiplied with acceleration. Yes or no? So that will also be this. Clear or not clear? Okay, everything understood? Left side, right side, left side, right side, both have same dimensions. Yes. So this equation, is it dimensionally correct or not? Yes or no? Is this dimensionally correct or not? Yes or no? Yes, raise hand. No, put it in the chat box. Yes, raise hand. No, put it in the chat box. Yes or no? Very good. Yes. Well done. Fine. Okay. Now, is this actually a correct equation? Is this actually a correct equation? Yes or no? New question. New question. Is this actually a correct relation? Is this a right formula or a correct formula in physics? What do you think? Is this a correct formula? Is this a correct formula in physics? Some of you are saying no, I am interested in knowing if this is not the correct formula, what's the correct formula? If this is not the correct formula, then can you please tell me what is the correct formula? Vaishnavi and Mantra. Okay, very good. Put your hand up. So most of you agree that it is a correct formula, so you are saying yes. Now, let me take you on a little ride. Suppose, by some chance, somewhere in some new kind of book, let's say, in a new physics book, you are reading it and you found someone has written it like this. Okay? In a new physics book which you are reading, suppose you find this, F equal to 5m. Okay, put your hand down everybody. થાકી જશો, હાથ ઉપર ને ઉપર રહેશે તો હાથ દુખી જશે. Put your hands down. Okay. Right? Now, it doesn't matter, it matters so much. Okay, let's see. Now, first of all, let's check dimensionally correct or not. Yes or no? What do you think? Can you do the procedure yourselves? Can you do the procedure yourself? Dimensionally correct or not? Yes or no? Dimensionally correct or not? Yes or no? Yes, people, please raise your hand. No people in the chat box. Is this dimensionally correct or not? It is dimensionally correct. Yes. Why? 5. 5 is a number, isn't it? 5 is a number. Numbers are supposed to be dimensionless. Is that clear or not? Do you remember? Numbers are supposed to be dimensionless. So don't have to worry about 5. The rest is just the same. I hope you understood. What we are doing is that dimensions of 5, dimensions of mass, dimensions of acceleration. Now dimensions of 5, what are those? M raised to 0, L raised to 0, T raised to 0. Mass, M raised to 1. Acceleration, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. So final answer Final answer is m raised to 1, m raised to 1, d raised to minus 2. Match or not? Yes, matches. So dimensionally correct. Clear? Dimensionally correct. Understood or not? Okay, but is it actually a correct formula? Think about it. Is this actually a correct formula? Is it actually a correct formula? I am asking about actually, Akshar. Listen to the question carefully. Is this actually a correct formula? Have you been taught in 9th standard F equal to MA or F equal to 5MA? Have you been taught in 9th standard F equal to MA or F equal to 5MA? Which one is right? Which one is right? Is F equal to 5MA right or F equal to MA right? Very good. So you have understood that this is not a correct formula. No, not correct. Clear? So what have we seen in all these cases? Earlier we were talking about k equal to 2mv square. There also same thing happened. Do you remember? There also same thing happened. That it was dimensionally correct. Yes. But it was not actually correct. Clear or not? It was dimensionally correct, but it was not actually correct. Who understood that sentence? I am saying that this and this, they are both dimensionally correct, but they are not actually correct. It's like the difference between might be possible that it will rain today. Okay, it is possible that it might rain today. Okay, and the difference between actual raining. Okay, that's how these are related. Okay, now what does that mean? What does that mean? We can summarize what we have learned so far as follows. There are two very important sentences. Number one, a dimensionally incorrect formula must be wrong. Wrong, that is not actually correct. And on the other hand, a dimensionally correct formula may be or may not be correct. Did you understand these sentences? Have a look. Is this dimensionally correct? Yes. Is this actually correct? No. Right? But if I make it this, is it dimensionally correct? Yes. Is it actually correct? Yes again. I hope you got the meaning of these sentences. Those who have understood, raise your hand. Okay, one test. Let's see whether you actually got it. Have a look here. Suppose I say pressure, capital P. If I say pressure is equal to force by 3 area. Okay, if I say pressure equal to force by 3 times area, then can you tell me whether it is dimensionally correct or dimensionally incorrect? And then can you tell me whether it is actually correct or actually incorrect? You have to pick out of all these, right? More than one answers. Come on. Whether it is dimensionally correct or dimensionally incorrect? And then actually correct or actually incorrect? Which one? Come on, pick it. Pick it. Very good. Many of you are giving correct answers. Well done, everybody. You can pat on your back. You have understood the concept. See, dimensionally this formula is correct, because if you put pressure, pressure's dimensions are m raised to 1, l raised to minus 1, t raised to minus 2. And if you do force by area, 3 doesn't have a dimensions. Do you realize 3 doesn't have dimensions? It's a number. That's why this equation is dimensionally correct. Understood? But because of this 3, it is actually incorrect. Did you understand? These are the correct choices. It is dimensionally correct but actually incorrect. Who got it right? Who got it right? Raise your hand. Others, please put it down. Who got it right? Raise your hand. Very good. Very good, everyone. Okay, keep up the hard work. Okay. I see that on the right hand side you can't see a little bit of the board. Just give me one moment. Okay. Hopefully you can see it now. All right. Okay. Alright, now put your hand down, let's. Okay. Let me explain quickly how it is dimensionally correct. Left side pressure, you should know the dimensions by heart. M raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, T raised to minus 2. Okay, for pressure. Right side, force divided by area. But 3 is a number. 3 does not have dimensions. You don't need to write it here, it doesn't make any difference. So this is same as dimensions of force by area means pressure. I hope that makes sense to you. If you put both the values, you get the same thing. That means left side and right side. Again, the main thing is 3. 3 does not have dimensions, so you don't need to worry. So left side, right side are equal in dimensions. That's why it's dimensionally correct. Okay, now let's try a couple of more equations like this. Let's try a couple of more equations like this. Okay, here are the terms. D is some distance, V is speed, T is time, and A is acceleration. Can you check whether it is dimensionally correct or dimensionally incorrect? That's the question. Is it dimensionally correct or dimensionally incorrect? Okay. I hope you have noted these points down. They are very useful. Some of you are saying that is not correct dimensionally. That is, you are choosing this one. Some of you. For those who are choosing this one, I have to ask you: did you check what's the problem? Why is it dimensionally incorrect? Is there some problem? If yes, can you identify the problem? Okay, let's see. First of all, do you see here that we have addition of two things? We have addition of two things. Because addition is there, what do you mean, Akshar? Equations with addition can also be right. Here we have two things added, right? Okay, this is A, this is B. So we have seen that if you want to add two things, that is if you ever write A plus B, then it is necessary that these two have same dimensions. Do you remember this, everyone? Do you remember this? Yes or no? Do you remember this? So first thing to check is this. Okay, first thing to check is this. So what are dimensions of A? Let's see. Okay, for A, is this true or not? We want to check. For A, V into T. So that is L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1 into T raised to 1. Okay, so that's going to be L. Clear? Is this clear? This is L. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, similarly, the second quantity. What's the second quantity? 80 cubed. Can you find dimensions of 80 cubed for me? Come on, do that much for me. Find out dimensions of 80 cubed and tell me in the chat box. Find out dimensions of 80 cubed and tell me what are those dimensions in the chat box. Yes, very good. Very good everyone. So the answer is going to be as follows. Okay, so this will be L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2 plus 3, that is L raised to 1, T raised to 1. Okay, do these match? We need to have this. Are these two equal? If you write A plus B, are we getting them equal? Are we getting them equal? Yes or no? No, not equal, correct? That means that's where the problem is, right? Okay, you don't need to worry about anything. Here, this is not following one of the rules, one of the three rules. Alright, this is not following one of the three rules. Okay, that means this equation is dimensionally incorrect. Now raise your hand if you understood this. Why is it dimensionally incorrect? It doesn't follow the addition rule. Okay, number 3. Clear or not clear? Raise your hand if it's clear. Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm giving one more example, definitely. Alright. Now, let's try another one. Okay. Do you know what is meaning of amplitude? Do you know what is meaning of amplitude from 9th standard? Okay, amplitude is where something is oscillating, okay, from here to here. Let's say it's moving like this, like a spring moves, oscillation, or like a pendulum moves. Alright, so that distance, how much distance it moves from the center to here, this is called amplitude. So don't need to worry too much about it. Amplitude is like a distance basically. Amplitude is like a distance. That's enough to solve this question, right? Amplitude is like a distance. Like I said, I'll not go into meanings too much because we're going to learn everything later on in some other chapter. Okay, so right now this should be enough. That amplitude is something like a distance. Okay, y is displacement, v is speed, and t is time. Now we want to check. Whether this is dimensionally correct or not correct. Okay, let's see. Smith, not so fast. You are saying not equal and then you are saying correct. I don't understand what you are doing. Okay, here. Do you see sine? Do you see sine, everyone? Sine means trigonometric ratio, isn't it? And you know that by default sine always comes with some angle. Yes or no? This thing is called the angle of sine. Yes or no? This thing is the angle. So here, what is playing role of angle in this question? What is playing role of angle? Can you tell me that? What is playing role of angle in this question? What is playing role of angle? A is after sine. Have I written sine A? What kind of observation you made? I am very surprised by that. Have I written sine A? You are saying A is angle? A is here. Whatever comes after sine here, that is the angle. So theta is Vt. Is this clear, everybody? Here angle is Vt. Yes or no? Yes or no? Angle is Vt. Yes or no? In this formula, the angle is Vt. Now, the rule about angles. What's the rule about angles? Everybody, what's the rule about angles? What is the rule about angles? Angles are dimensionless. Very good. Angles are dimensionless. So let's check whether this is actually dimensionless or not. Okay, let's check whether Vt is dimensionless or not. So what are dimensions of Vt? V into T is dimensions. Okay, dimensions of V, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1. Dimensions of T, T raised to 1. So this is L raised to 1. Is this dimensionless? Is this dimensionless? Yes or no? Is this dimensionless? Yes or no? Is this dimensionless? Yes or no? It is not dimensionless. Very good. When is it called dimensionless? If it's m raised to 0, L raised to 0, T raised to 0, like that, everything raised to 0, then that is called dimensionless. This is not dimensionless. So do you see a problem here? It's not following the rules. Which rule is it not following? Rule number 1, 2 or 3? Which rule is it not following? Rule number 1, 2 or 3? Which rule is it not following? 1, 2 or 3? अरे notebook माची rules माची ने number बोलो. Which rule is about angle? Which rule is about angles? This was about angle. I hope you realize that. So it's not following second one. Clear or not? It's not following the second rule. That means it is dimensionally incorrect. Raise your hand if you understood this. Why? Because it's not following the second rule. Raise your hand if you understood this. Okay. They and everyone, let me make it clear. Here, everybody, have a look here. When you have not understood something, I suggest that you don't say, sir, explain once again. No, that doesn't work. Okay, you tell me which point, which part you didn't understand, and I will explain that. Explain once again means I'll have to explain all of it from the start. No way, I will not do that. Point it out. What did you not understand? Why we don't took amplitude? Because amplitude is here. Whatever is written after sine, that is called angle. I am sure you have studied this in 10th standard. If somebody will say 2 sine 30 degree, then what is the angle here? Is 2 the angle or is 30 degree the angle? What do you think? What do you think? What's the angle? Very good, 30 degree. Yes. So first of all, I wanted to check for the angle rule. because by looking at this, I was suspicious whether is it following the angle rule or not. Okay, like that, by observing the question, you have to check for rules. Okay, you have to check for all the rules actually, but just taking the second rule and it's not following means done. Okay, you don't need to worry about anything further, right? One rule not followed means it's dimensionally incorrect. Alright, any one rule not followed means dimensionally incorrect. Alright, now I know the time is up, but we will have to continue with this topic the next time. Alright, goodbye everybody.